We produce steel and take responsibility for our environment. For ThyssenKrupp Steel Europe, environmental protection is a central element of a corporate philosophy focused on sustainability. Every modern company in the steel industry needs water. Large quantities of water are used mainly for cooling purposes. ThyssenKrupp Steel Europe has developed recycling systems which allow water to be reused up to 40 times. Only 2% is discharged as effluent, 2% evaporates and returns to the natural cycle, and 96% is reused. So virtually all our water is recycled. We keep a constant check on the quality of the water. And the process water we discharge complies with the highest international environmental standards. We use this resource responsibly and sparingly to preserve natural habitats and biodiversity. The production of steel creates dust and fumes. But the industry is growing cleaner. ThyssenKrupp Steel Europe has reduced its dust emissions to 1/10 of their level at the beginning of the 70s. In major investment projects, 1/4 of the budget is spent on pollution control. We invest several hundred million euros in environmental protection every year, with great success. For example, our casthouse and stockhouse dust emissions are up to 40 times below the legal limits. All air pollution control equipment is constantly monitored by external inspectors and the performance data sent to the authorities. Here too we operate an effective and open system of environmental management. We focus on transparency and social responsibility, because clean air is essential to all of us. Steel production is an energy-intensive industry. But there are big differences between companies. ThyssenKrupp Steel Europe uses the process gases arising in production to provide heat for other manufacturing steps, or to generate electricity in gas-fired power plants. We have optimized the energy network between the individual stages of our production process. In our integrated iron and steel mill in Duisburg, for example, we produce as much electricity as we consume. Our energy management system is so effective that 25,000 homes are heated via district heating with energy we supply. ThyssenKrupp Steel Europe has developed a unique technology which returns iron-bearing materials from filtered dusts and sludges back to the production cycle. Agglomerated bricks made from these dusts and sludges are used to produce pig iron in the shaft furnace and processed into high-quality slag bricks. Waste materials are an inevitable byproduct of industrial production. Whether they turn into a problem or an advantage depends on what we do with them. ThyssenKrupp Steel Europe aims to fully reuse all waste products, either in its own production operations or as starting material for others. Granulated blast furnace slag is used in place of primary raw materials in cement production, reducing the industry's CO2 footprint by several million tons. Specially produced slag bricks are used in hydraulic engineering. And processed slag is a highly valued fertilizer in the agriculture industry. Lidonite is a slag product optimized for use as chippings in road making. Despite these high standards, the steelmaking process leaves a certain amount of final waste that has to be disposed of in the company's state-of-the-art landfills. After restoration, the landfills provide an attractive recreational environment. By making optimum use of our production resources, we conserve our raw materials. And as a result, we are close to our goal of zero waste production. A company with plants, suppliers and customers all over the world is reliant on the transportation of raw materials and products. Raw materials such as iron ore and coal are shipped mainly from overseas. We endeavor to use environmentally friendly modes of transport for all our freight. Wherever possible, we use ships, for which we have built our own ports. ThyssenKrupp Steel Europe has access to the group's own rail links and uses these for local and regional freight movements. Whenever we have a choice of different transportation options, protecting the environment is our #1 priority. Steel is infinitely 100% recyclable, without loss of quality. And for this reason alone, it is eco-friendly. Products made from steel help reduce the impact of greenhouse gases on our climate. Steel is also needed in the environmentally friendly generation of energy. For example, in the use of renewable wind power. Electrical steel from ThyssenKrupp Steel Europe is a key material in the production of highly energy-efficient generators, transformers and electric motors, helping conserve resources in the generation and storage of energy. As a partner to manufacturing industry, we optimize the way steel is used. In a research and development project for the auto industry, we developed over 30 innovations for the body, chassis and powertrain, which reduce costs, save weight and improve the functioning of individual parts. Taking the whole production and usage cycle into account, the cleanest in-car solutions can reduce emissions by around 5,500 kilograms of CO2 per vehicle, compared with the current state of the art. We take our social responsibility seriously and aim to actively drive forward the protection of our ecosystems. Not just in Germany, but at our operations throughout the world. This is something we are working on together. We strive to minimize the environmental impact and see the bigger picture in everything we do. Because we're thinking the future of steel.